So this is Oni Games new game Aether. I can show it to you. So this is the game box.
Very nice. Oni, O-N-N-I.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Finnish. It means happiness and also luck. So it's kind of proper name for a game board game company. Yeah.
Happy and luck.
Yeah.
Happy, happy, lucky, luck.
Happy, happy, lucky, luck. All right. So Aether is our first. We have made some few games in Finnish market, but this is our first like international game. And it's basically an abstract game. There are rules are in English, German, and Finnish.
And it's how many players?
2 to 4 players and
30 to 60 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. And then it's about 10 plus. It's the age recommendation. So the rules are pretty simple. So that's not the. But it's there's some depth to the game, I think. So you after a few games, you start to see how it goes.
So I sense that there's some sort of an elemental.
That's right. Yeah.
Looks like we got air, water, fire, and earth.
That's right. So the team is 4 elements. So and these victory points represent the Aether, which is the 5th element. So you try to
spirit.
win. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Aether. That makes sense.
And the setup is so that you each play of the game is different because the setup is random. So it's the same for each player. But it's randomized, so you get a different experience each time. So there are fire tiles, there are the red ones. These are earth tiles. Then you have water tiles, this one. And there's the idea is to win these victory point tiles or these Aether tiles. And there are some similarities to Samurai in sense that you have 4 tiles behind the screen all the time. And what you do is that you place 1 tile on your turn and then draw back the 4 tiles. And you surround these victory point tiles, and the one who has the biggest influence towards these tiles will win it for himself. So that's the similarity to Samurai. But how it works actually is quite different, so I'll explain it to you next.
It's similar to what?
Samurai.
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 Okay,
yeah.
Knizia.
Okay, so each player has this number of stones. How many stones do you have? Depends how many players you have. So with more players, you have less stones.
Makes sense.
Okay. And what you do on your turn is that, as I said, you have 4 tiles all the time. They're random. You take 1 of them and place it somewhere on the board. So I could place it here. This is a good spot. And then, if I want to, I would place 1 stone on top of the tile.
The one that you just played.
Yeah, only on the one that I just put.
All right.
Okay. And these stones, these represent elementals. So
that's a fire elemental if you put it on there.
That's right. That's a fire elemental because I put it on fire tile. Okay.
Cool.
And this elemental has influence towards this victory point tile. And what's the influence depends how powerful this elemental is. And I can boost this stone or this elemental by placing another fire tiles in the that are touching it in the adjacent to it. So
okay. So if you put one here,
it would boost it
move
even
it
more.
To there or move it across.
No,
to over there?
so if I play it here, it's there always. So this doesn't move, but I can boost it. So let me.
Oh, okay. So you're saying like this is a strength 3 fire elemental because it's 3 contiguous. If I get another fire here, it would be a 5.
Yeah. Okay. So it's basically, but the these doesn't count. So you only count what are touching it. So
yeah, I know. If we put another fire here, then it would be 5. If a stone ends up there.
Okay. Let's now it's 4. This doesn't count. So it's not continuous region. It's only the ones that are touching it. So this is touching it. This is touching it. This is touching.
Oh,
and this one
yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It has to touch the stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you only look what are the right cross to
it.
All
right.
Okay.
Cool.
And what's the trick in here is that for each element you have also a counter element.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
looks like a Rochambeau kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's a rock, paper, scissors, yeah. So, but a little bit different because there's 4.
Right.
But water weakens the fire. So,
of course it does.
Yeah. So
fire breaks down rock breaks down whatever, yeah.
Air,
okay,
yeah. So if I play water here,
yep.
The water will weaken this by 1. So instead, now it has a power of 4. When I play 1 water, it's 3. So it's -1. Okay. So there's 3 influence on this one.
Okay.
So the game goes on. I play 1 tile. I may play this one if I want on the top of the tile I just placed, and this is the next 2 players' turn. Okay.
All right.
The game ends when the whole board has been filled up completely.
So this 10 will go when all of the tiles around it are
That's right.
filled up?
At the end of the game. So unlike in Samurai, for example, it's only at the end of the game. So the player who has the biggest influence in total to this tile will get it, and it's worth 10 points at the end of the game.
Okay.
You get points for winning these tiles, and you get points also for each elemental or for each stone that you didn't use.
Right.
Okay.
And these are also in play. These edge ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use them also. And there's a way to change your hand. So if you're not happy with your 4 tiles, I can do so that I sacrifice one of these elementals, place it in the graveyard, put this aside, draw 4 new ones, and put them back in the back. Okay. This is worth still 3 points. But it's away, out of my supply, so I may run out of these.
Right.
And it can be very crucial if that happens.
Very cool.
But there's no penalty. You can keep on going, and you can do it multiple times even if you want to.
You got really screwed on your redraw.
Yeah,
those are the same. Those are
so
the
I
same
can do it
ones you
again.
had.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that. All right. Cool.
And yeah, basically the rules are really simple to teach. The gameplay there's like a little bit like Go feeling. So you have to play. You get better and better if you play it. There's nice depth to it, I think, so you can make skillful moves, you can hurt someone else and improve your position at the same time and block. You can also, because you can only affect these if you surround them, so placing like this, even though I weaken myself, I surround it so no one else can win it. So there's a little bit tricks you can do with this.
Nice.
And we have an online play as well. You can play it online.
You're doing online as
well?
Yeah,
so
cool.
It's onlygames.com/Aether. You can find it there.
All right.
And there's you can play it against computer or other players. And
very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Very neat.